do.
How about now? Any sound now? Yes.
Sound. What'd you
Okay.
do?
I rebroadcasted.
That was it?
That was it.
Okay.
So,
All right.
hey, Glory Babes, Tammy, Jay, everybody that's come back, and Joe's in. Joe gets to see the catastrophe that is happening. Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
Oh, sorry, power surge. Totally was thinking everything was going wonderful, and yeah, I apologize everybody profusely. Um, I don't know why, but everything just power surge in my house. Like a silent movie, yeah.
Nope, it was all on this end.
It was all me. I apologize. Nope, you didn't break anything, Glory Babes. I apologize. It was my house having a power surge.
But on the
Um,
plus side, our Skype connection is much better now than it was
I was
before.
gonna say it's fabulous. Yes, you're coming in loud and clear, and picture quality is stupendous.
Yeah, I think new rule of thumb: reboot your machines before starting a new show.
There you go. Well, no,
Yeah.
that's the thing. I did reboot my machine right before the show.
Oh.
Rebooted everything. Came in here, went and got my coffee, rebooted, and brought everything back up. Yeah,
All
let's
right.
blame it on Bash.
Reboot Gunny's machine before we start a show.
Hmm.
I'll blame Gunny.
So anyway,
Yeah, where were we?
we were talking about the Vamo.
Yeah, the Vamo works. It's
So that spring did work. Welcome back,
yeah. The,
everybody.
the the lava tube spring works. I put it back in the lava tube bottom cap,
Okay.
but yeah, it definitely did work. So
Now, is there any because here's the thing. Right now, and I don't know if this is going to become an issue, but right now, the
you
the
see,
spring that's in it is working just fine.
if it's working fine, if the rattle doesn't bother you, and if it's not shutting off, then
It's
don't worry about it.
yeah. Well, it shut off earlier, but somebody said that it has an auto reset. Is that true?
It may have an auto shut off.
That's what I meant. Auto shut
Yeah.
off. The only thing that is annoying, which I will agree, is that when it does go off and comes back on, you have to reset whatever you're saying. It just goes back down to three
Well,
or three
well, well.
volts.
That means there was an open circuit, and that means that's probably is caused by the battery rattling.
Mm,
If you have to reset the voltage, that means the connection was cut at some point.
okay. So then, yeah, I definitely am gonna get a.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the new spring. I
I
I,
mean,
I am gonna do that.
you can try doing what some other folks have done, which is just to stretch out the spring a bit.
Okay. Okay.
Give that a try, and if it causes the rattle to stop, then you might be good.
Okay.
But
So, but
but
Cindy says that the watts don't change, just the volts. Evidently, you have to reset. Okay.
um, I don't
And
know. I've never tried that. I like I said, I don't usually use the wattage setting. I just leave
okay.
it on volts. But
And I'm gonna have to get 18350 because I don't have any. So I am gonna have to. Watts it will not change. Yeah, I've got the
let me try
18
that. Hold
18.
on.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna try that. So I have to hold the plus button down for like a half hour, and then come on.
Why are you holding the plus down? For what?
Oh no, that's not how I do it. Never
You have
mind.
to
Hold
hit,
on.
you have to do both buttons,
Both
right?
buttons, right? Hold on.
To
I have to
change it
switch
to
it.
the
I have to
wattage.
switch it back now. Hold on.
Okay, so
I'll get
there's
there.
wattage.
Okay. Now, come on, switch
Welcome
back.
back, everybody.
So now,
Apologize for those of you that are just now coming back in the room.
all right. So
Power
now
surge.
I'm going to set this to 7 watts, just for shits and giggles.
Okay.
All right. Now I'm going to pull the battery out. Putting it back. Yeah, she's right. The wattage stays the same.
So it doesn't reset like the voltage does.
Yeah, that's very strange. So I guess I'll leave it on wattage from now on,
Yeah.
just for that reason.
Well, and my whole thing was, is there a difference? Is there a difference? Is on watts? Is it a warmer vape? I mean, I didn't understand the whole, because I'm so new with the variable wattage, and all I have
It,
is
it,
voltage crap.
it's
So,
it's just a different way to set your perfect vape.
okay,
It's not that one is warmer than the other. It's that one is different than the other. I don't know.
okay,
I don't
okay,
know how to explain it. Like 6 watts is not the same as 6 volts, though. You're going to
okay,
want to set your wattage to what you like. Start low and move up until you get to the point where you like what you're getting, and then just leave it, basically.
okay. And so, and like somebody said earlier, it doesn't matter, or maybe it was you, it doesn't matter what you put on it. Once you find that sweet spot, no matter what you put on it, whether it's 2 ohm cardo, you know,
Exactly. In general,
in
all
general.
things being equal, because top coil cardos behave differently than bottom coil or vertical coils. They
Okay.
just behave differently. So the wattage isn't necessarily going to give you the same experience.
Okay. Okay.
But certainly, if you were to have two VV Novas, one at 1.8 ohms and one at 3 ohms,
Uh-huh.
and you swap them out, you're going to get the same experience
Okay.
with the same
Now, what
wattage.
what about dual coils? Because Case was talking and saying that it may not like dual coil.
Well, that kind of depends on the amperage limit, which I'm not even sure because I don't do dual coils.
Okay.
That's going to depend on the amperage limit of the device, which I believe is probably around 3 ohms or three amps. Somebody will correct me, I'm sure. Which is, that's fairly decent for a China mod.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Um,
Well, I'm
so
just I'm
I'm sure you could do the new Inokins, which are 2.0 dual coils. I'm sure
yes.
they're fine.
And those I really want to try one of those.
Right.
That's um, one of the things that everybody is trying is
Yeah.
trying out. I mean,
And
Case
I have an original. My Provaria is an original. It's not the new. It's not the new
the V10.
firmware
Okay,
that can do 2.5.
yeah.
It still has the lower amp limit, and I can still do the Inokins on here, no problem.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah,
yeah. See,
yeah,
that is my next thing because Case, who likes the cardo tanks just like I do, which is most of the stuff that I use, he says he's loving it, and so is Orion. So and I'm definitely a tank girl, with my cardos. I love my cardos and my tanks. So, but Joe is actually ready. So I
okay.
thank you. I thank you, Jay, for stepping in and keeping me company and teaching me a little bit about the BAMO. So, and I'll definitely
Anytime.
be hollering at you later, honey.
All right. Good night, guys.
All right. So we're gonna switch shots here. Let me give a shout out to and bring Joe on because he is ready, and we got some good stuff going on here. Apologize about the little delay we had, guys. I really do, but let's get this party started. So yeah. I am calling you, Joe. Stand by, please, while I get Joe on the line. Uh-oh. Hey there.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Let's get you on the screen here.
Hmm. Let me mute your hangout. Let me mute the room.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go. Here we go. Right next to yourself. There we go.
Yeah, my picture. I look like I got all bruised up in that photo.
No, we cartooned you, so or actually Case did. He does some fabulous work with some Photoshop and helped me out. So everybody, this is Joe, and I wanted you on, and I'm just gonna give you a background. I wanted you on because I see your stuff all the time, and I go to your website, and you have the most awesome. They're saying you're a little low, so let's increase you. Oh, there we go. I forget every time anybody calls. Okay. Can everybody hear me and Joe both?
Testing, testing.
Testing,
You hear me,
testing.
guys?
So, basically, I see you all the time. You're everywhere. You're spammed everywhere. Google, Twitter, Facebook. And hey, Lord Davin, how are you, babe?
Hey,
But
Lord Davin, what's up, man?
but yeah, and I've been in a couple of Google Hangouts with you, and actually didn't even know you were Vapor Joe when I was sitting there in the hangout with you, and then finally, basically what led me to ask you to be on was my purchase of the Vamo. I had gotten some Cleros off of a thing that you had posted and was like, okay, I gotta get to know this guy. I gotta have him on the show, and so our Quest viewers can I'm sure they see your stuff in Steals and Deals and on Vapor Joe's blog spot, your website, and I just was wanting to have you on and just say hey, and learn more about you and how you started vaping and all that other kind of stuff. So how long did you smoke for?
I smoked for 26 years. 2 packs a day, Marlboro.
Okay, yep, me too.
Yeah,
I
it
wasn't
was.
2 packs a day, I was 1 pack, but yeah, so 2 packs a day, Marlboro Reds.
Yep, Cowboy Killers.
Gotcha. Yep, absolutely. And so what led you to stop vaping?
Well, actually, I got into vaping it was a mistake. I had a friend's band named Grim Legion, and I was looking it up on YouTube, and I found a Grim Green video. And I just saw this dude holding this thing in his hand, and to me it looked like an adult toy, to be honest with you. I had no idea what it was. And I was just like, I just clicked on the video, I wanted to look at it, I thought it was funny, and all of a sudden I see this guy. I think he was holding I think it was a screwdriver at the time.
Okay.
And I thought electronic cigarettes were still those little blue cigs, you know what I mean? So then when I saw him doing it, I was like, I want to give this a try, but I wasn't doing it going into quitting smoking. I went in I just wanted to try it, see if maybe I could cut down, or maybe try it and just see what happens. So I ordered a kit from Vapor Kings. I paid like $90 for it.
Wow. Okay.
And within I would say within 2 days of starting vaping, I quit. It was done. It was over.
Well, how long ago did you get hooked up into vaping? How long ago did that happen?
It'll be a year in February.
Oh, wow. Awesome. February what?
February 19th.
Oh, okay. The 4th is my birthday, so I was thinking, woo!
Oh, cool.
So February 19th, so it's been almost a year. And
yeah, I went crazy for it. As soon as I got into it, I became a nut.
Me too. I'm right there with you. I haven't taken it to an extent that you have. I mean, you do some really awesome, incredible stuff, for the vaping community. You find, I mean, everybody, especially, in the economy and, the financial, situations that some people are, every single penny counts. And you got to put gas in to get to work if you have a job. A lot of people don't even have jobs, but they're not going to waste their money, especially if they're vapors, to going back to smoking, because that's even more expensive. You know,
Right.
so you do some pretty awesome stuff in regards to, you find the most awesome deals for
Well, yeah, in the beginning it was more of a hobby. What happened was I used to just hang out in the Google Hangouts like every other vapor would. We'd
yeah,
all talk vaping and all that stuff. And people would tell me, oh, I got these Cardos, blah, 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 I got this tank. And I'm like, how much you pay for that? And they're like, well, I paid $10 for this pack of Cardos.
okay,
And I'm like, well, I know Sure Vapes, they sell for like $5.99. And then somebody would be like, I got this mod and it cost me $100. And I'd be like, man, you can get there for like $60 at this site. And then somebody's like, you should start a site. And I did. It was just like a little hobby, just to post for my friends.
well, and I guess that leads me to my main question is, are you at the point now where people search you out and say, hey, I've got this deal, like vendors come and search you out?
Yeah, all the time now.
And say, when in the beginning though, was it your own research?
Well, I still search for deals every day.
Okay.
I always have one or two vendors, like Glory Vapes, who's in the room. He'll contact me and say, he's got an awesome deal. And if he does, because I do check it out. I don't just do it willy nilly.
Sure.
I'll put it up.
Sure. And we are going to have a Glory Vapes giveaway here in a few, so stand by. But where is it? But yeah, I mean, the thing is you've been vaping, less than a year. I'm right behind you. I'm April 11th. So, but you just kind of went full force into it. You didn't even look back. Now, the day you got your kit, did you just quit smoking, or was it kind of a transition for you?
Quit the day I got my kit, and it was on some really crappy Decang brandy e-liquid. It wasn't even on tobacco flavor. It was brandy and DeJourn Black clove flavor.
Oh,
because that's all they had.
And I heard that clove is not a great flavor to quit on.
No, but you know what? I still vape it from time to time because it was the flavor that got me to quit.
Okay.
And it's like a nostalgic vape. But the moment I got my first kit, I absorbed everything I could on YouTube. And it's funny because people like Lord Davin, who's in the room, Pete Sardo, Grim Green, Kenny's Man Cave, Mandy Cat, all these people who got me to quit, smoking. Now I hang out with, well, I don't hang out with Pete Sardo, Grim Green, but but those people a lot of these people I hang out with, and it's almost like I'm kind of starstruck talking to them. But then they talk to me and they tell me what a wonderful job I'm doing for the community. So it's kind of a really strange thing. It's kind of like a back and forth with, how wonderful they are.
Yeah. But see, I always think that that's cool when you can have a relationship with a vendor, because behind that vendor, behind that name are real people. And so far, I haven't really, come across people that are in this community, vendors or vapors, juice makers, whatever, that haven't been awesome and haven't been there for the community. And that's what I'm finding, because as cigarette smokers, there's no way, bum a cigarette, are you kidding me? When are you going to pay me back? Whereas now it's like, okay, I open the room and people want to give stuff away to vapors. And to me, that is the most awesome thing. Is if somebody needs something, if somebody, came in the room, hey, I'm a new vapor, or hey, anybody got a 30 mil, whatever. And there's 15 people in the room that want to give them stuff. And to me, I just think that that's probably one of the most incredible things about the community that I've found. And you're a part of that because you actually help the people who are, I would say hard up for money, because we all definitely are feeling the pinch, but help people, find that great deal. That's the only way I got this VAMO, and I personally want to thank you, because since the VAMO came out, and as people, a lot of the other hosts have been getting the VAMO, I'm like, damn, that's something that, I actually did want. I mean, everybody's always wanted, you want this, want that, but no, the VAMO is something I want. I wanted something that was inexpensive, and the only way I found it was because of your post, and because of that post, I was able to get it at almost half price, and it's fabulous. So I think you're also a major part, of giving back to the community. So I just want to thank you personally myself, not only for the Cleros that I got for $2.33, but you know, just the money that you put back in my pocket for the Vamo. You know, he makes you broke, huh, Mandy? Because of all the sales.
I hear that a lot from people. They're like, I don't save the money. What I do is I make them just spend the money they would have spent, but at 2 vendors instead of 1.
Yeah.
You know, like I put up really good deals, but not, you know, it's not just to help the vapor these days. It's really to help the new merchant too. There's a lot of new merchants coming on the scene, like Vapor Bank and Vapor Tech, and Glory Vapes is somewhat of a new merchant, and they come in with low prices already. They're not coming in at really high prices, and what it's doing is it's forcing the vendor sphere as a whole to drop their prices, because when I first started, I mean, an Ego kit was $90.
Yeah.
You know, and that was only a year ago, and now you can get an Ego kit for like $25.
Exactly. And
you know, so it's better. Yeah, it's better for it puts money in the pocket of merchants. It helps the vapor, and then it gets notoriety out for the merchant too. So we'll get repeat customers.
Yeah, and that, to be honest with you, so it basically is a twofold. You help the community, you help the vendor, the merchant. It's a win-win situation.
Right, and you know, a lot of vendors even nowadays are starting to take maybe a loss leader on one product. They'll say, "Listen, I'll put this up on your page. We'll put it up at cost." But the vapor will also maybe buy some juice.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
So they'll make their money on the juice, but they'll get a good deal on, say, a 99-cent atomizer or a Vamo for $30, but they'll buy 4 bottles of juice that they're making the profit on.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the cool thing. Well, like I said, it's just been since I found the steals and deals and started seeing your posts, and bought the visions, and then when I bought the Vamo, and I messaged you, I was like, yeah, I hope I can get him on, and I really appreciate you coming on with me at such short notice. I usually like to give somebody, a special guest that I'm going to have on at least a week or two, but I really appreciate you with such short notice. But let's go into our first giveaway, because Glory Vapes wants to give away a 2-pack of CE for V.2 Claramizers. So we're going to bring up the giveaway screen. Let's see here. And we're going to do, we got 43 in the room. Let's see, 8 ghosts. We'll go 1 to 50. So get your numbers in. So I also hear you're going to be doing a new show.
Yes, starting Saturday or tomorrow, actually.
Okay.
Elixir from 10 to 12. Me, Smokey, and Mandy Cat will be doing a. I'm only doing it, 4 times a month, but
okay.
Gotcha. I just want to get my foot in the door.
Yeah. Okay. I hear you.
Have a good time.
Yeah. Well, that's I have a fabulous time anytime I get on the cam and just talk to my vaping family, and I love this shit. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
But yeah, I thank Glory Vapes for the giveaway. That's awesome. We do have a couple of other giveaways here, so definitely get your favorite numbers ready. Yes, we do love our vaping family. I think I love just the community as a whole. How it just comes together when somebody's in dire need. We're all just there. Well, when did you start the website?
Well, my website I started in August.
Okay.
By November, I had 1 million hits.
Wow.
And between November and now, we're up to just about 2 million hits. So
Fabulous.
I'm doing about 15,000 a day. I get a lot of people with a lot of questions. It's really turned into a job, and I don't charge. I don't make any money. I just pretty much do it for free because I love doing it. It's like a really crazy, passionate hobby of mine.
Wow.
I have a lot of vendors that contact me and want to talk. Advertising. I'm not going to do it. No sponsors. I'm not doing any of that.
Yeah. Get your numbers in, people. If you don't have a number in, get your number in. Got about 10 seconds. All right, let's put the stop in. We went 1 to 50. Let's go ahead and generate. If I could hit the generate number. Winner is number 4. Number 4.
Super low.
We got Peyote Sky, Missy with a 3. We got Forming Butterfly with a 3. I think we have a Clearo off. So just Missy and Forming Butterfly. You're gonna choose a 1 to 10 number. So go ahead and start. So 1 to 10, you two, and only those two. All right, let's generate. Winner of number 4. So it is Forming Butterfly. Congrats, honey. Glory Vapes, if you want to PM Butterfly on how to collect the CE4 version 2, I do believe, Clearo. That's awesome. Congrats. We'll go back on screen here. So, how I guess one of the questions too is how, yeah, thanks definitely, Glory Vapes for the giveaway. Really appreciate. And one thing here that, you know, I want to put out there to any of the vendors that are out there, Quest has no vendor rules. If at any time you want to come into the room onto Quest, feel free. Open door policy here. Everybody's welcome. So just want to put that out there too. But how did your relationships with the vendors? I mean, how I know you just opened up the site in August. So I mean, this has happened. I mean, is it just because the website became so popular?
Well, I would say half that. But at first, what I would do is I'd be in hangouts with vendors. You know,
Oh, okay.
And we'd start talking. And at first, you know, I just would go out to. I have like 40 or 50 of my major sites that I go to that I know always are pretty cheap, and I would start pimping their deals, like whatever it'd be, like Shure Vapes for $5.99 for Cardos or whatever. Then I'd get an email from them and be like, "Wow, what did you do?" Because they had no idea who I was, and I'm sending them traffic, and then all of a sudden, you know, vendors talk to each other, and then I would get. I'd be in a chat with Jason from Electronic Six, and he'd be like, "Hey, Joe, I got these Cardos, 50 cents each," and I'd be like, "All right, that's a great deal. I'm going to put that up." You know, and then my users would come, and I get a lot of my deals from the people who come to my site. Most of my deals actually come from other, I call them my frugal minions. They're out, they're looking, they come back, and they tell me what's going on out there, because sometimes I miss stuff.
Yeah.
Or if I put up a deal that is not the cheapest, they'll come and correct me.
Gotcha.
And then it just snowballed into what it is. Everybody wants to come and check out the latest deals. You know, I also put up, you know, rollouts of new mods. I'll put out information if there's a recall, like the new Vapros one was recalled. I put that up yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, and stuff. If it's really important information, I'll put it up. But most of the time, I try to keep it to deals or maybe a new mod preview or something.
Yeah.
But I try to update 4 to 5 times a day. And then I have my Facebook page, which is, you know, crazy. Everybody's putting stuff in there.
Absolutely.
Then I got the Google community that I just started, and I have Twitter.
Yep.
So
I belong to all of them.
lots of fingers, lots of pies is like what I say. You know,
Sure.
I'm pretty much trying to be in every piece of social networking to get, you know, just get the information out there.
Yeah. Do you have a full-time job?
Yeah, I work on the internet. I actually work on
Okay.
eBay for a living.
Oh. So you're already there. So.
Believe it or not, my job gives me the ability to work on Vapor Joe's and my normal job simultaneously. So if I had a real job where I went out and punched, you know, the clock, there'd be no way I could do this.
Well, how many hours a day do you think you devote to the vaping community and getting the word out there on the special deals?
Well, I would probably say I work maybe 4 to 5 hours a day on the site specifically, but then I have to moderate the channels. I have to go in and do, my communities, approve people to get in the channels, weed through emails, because I get a lot of questions, like lots and lots of Skype, people Skype me asking me what's the best wicking material for this particular RBA, and I'll get, sometimes people think I'm selling stuff. Like the other day, I got somebody told me I didn't ship them their order, and I'm like, I don't ship. I just kind of show you where to buy things.
Yeah.
Okay. So I get lots of questions and all that stuff. So it's like 5 to 6 hours a day, maybe.
Wow. Well,
but it's fun.
No, absolutely.
It's the most fun I've had in a long time.
Well, I was going to say, I don't think you'd do it, if it wasn't fun, I definitely,
right.
Wouldn't sit there and do something if it wasn't fun. Well, how can, I guess, like, say if I was somebody and I'm now new to your site and everything, but I found a good deal on something, how do we as the community help for you to get the word out? Because I don't have a website. You're the guy with the website. And you're the person who has the relationships with, having a million hits and the community. So how do I help you get the word out? What do I do?
You mean to tell me a deal?
Yeah. I mean, what do I just email you, Skype you? I mean, how does that work?
Right on my page, I have a link that says "Put your deal on blast." You click it, it opens up, it gives you my email address, and you email me. It's right there.
Oh, okay, awesome. That's easy.
Or you can go into my Facebook group. Yeah, and sometimes people go to my Facebook group and they will post a deal there, and if it's really good, I'll just cherry pick it right from the Facebook
okay.
group too.
Awesome. Well, okay. Everybody,
so,
you had Marlboro, Marlboro Reds as your cigarette. What's your favorite e-liquid? What's your everyday vape?
As of right now?
Yeah.
My all-day vape has changed. Now I am vaping Candied Cavendish from the Plume Room. It is absolutely amazing.
Yes, it is.
It took me a long time to find another all-day vape. I also like. I have, I don't know. Let's see, sitting next to me right now. This is my all-day vape.
I hear you.
A bunch of mods, but it's Candy Cavendish and probably Solar Flare from Mount Baker Vapor. I really like too, which is like a tangerine menthol. It's kind of like I gotta have one menthol and one non-menthol.
Oh, see, I don't do a menthol. I'll do a mint every once in a while, and my favorite mint is Plume Room, their creamy mint. It's just like one of these. To me, it reminds me of an Andes mint. I got these. Today's my last day of work. I'm getting ready to move to Alabama, so my friends know I like Andes mints, and Plume Room's creamy mint is exactly that in a vape. It's phenomenal.
I blame Raw Vapor for liking menthol. I hated menthol as a smoker.
Yeah,
but when I got into vaping, Raw Vapor mentholates everything. They'll mentholate a pizza if you ask them to. And they sent me some juice, and ever since then I was hooked on mentholated fruit vapes.
I have not had a menthol. I've only had menthol tobaccos. I've not had a mentholated fruit. So that means something. I do have some menthol crystal thingies, so I might try that. I don't know. But I wasn't a menthol smoker either. Couldn't handle menthol at all. So let's do another giveaway here. I've got $10 to give away, so we'll do another giveaway real quick. So let's give away some money. Wait till I put the start in. We'll do 1 to 50. So go ahead and get your numbers in there. Gives $10 away of some Smoke Tech money. So are you a tank guy? Are you into rebuildables? Claros?
I'm into Cardo tanks. My hands are monkey paws. I have huge hands. I can't do the RBAs real well because they just drive me crazy. So I really stick to atomizers and cardo tanks.
Yeah, I'm a cardo tank girl too. Yeah, and Bash's cardo tanks for the win for sure. All right, get your numbers in. About 10 more seconds. All right, let's generate, see who the winner is. Number 50.
Well,
Who got closest to 50? I see Nikki Darling with a 48. I do believe that Nikki Darling, unless anybody else sees something that I don't, I think Nikki Darling with a 48 won 10 bucks from Smoke Jet. Congrats.
congratulations, Dick.
Yes, congrats. And I will get you. I just PM'd you the coupon code, Nikki. Take that, put that in the coupon. You got yourself $10. And just let me know if for some reason you erased it or something. I can get that back to you. Also, if for some reason we get off the line, you can email me at RaiderChick@questvaping.com. No worries, babe. It's my favorite part is giving stuff away. Love it, love it, love it. So what else you got going on? You got anything coming up? That
Well, I do have a vendor who's knocking on my door who's going to be giving away $29 Vamos
Wow.
and $16 AGATs, but he hasn't gone live with it yet. That's gonna be crazy. There's a couple new mods coming out, and right now I think I have a couple of constant vapors selling 10 mils for like $2.40.
Wow.
Glory Vapes just starting the pre-order on the new Smoke Tech Groove, the new 3,800 milliamp hour box mod,
Wow.
kind of like the MVP but variable wattage. And let's see, I thought you sold out. Yeah, that happens sometimes. That is a big problem too. What's happening now is I have to find vendors with stock, because if they only have, say, 20, I can't put it up because I get really angry emails. People that are like, you put up the deal and they're gone.
Well, and
so
I tried to get gunmetal. I did try to get the black chrome. And by the time I went back in there, I put it in my cart. About 20 minutes later, went to go back in there to get it because I was at work when I was doing it. Went back in there, yeah, black chrome gone. But that's okay because skins for the win, absolutely, Jay. And I ordered my skin for my Provari from J-Raps. I've also been looking at, vapor skins and stuff like that. So, and they just both do great work. So, Glory Vapes is going to put in a link. Actually, Glory Vapes had a sale on Ego batteries for $6 not too long ago. And I think
and I have them and they're great.
And I bought 2 of them actually for my sister-in-law who just had a baby. And I sent both of the batteries that I ordered. And I just want to say thank you to Glory Vapes because they were also running a special on the Clearos that I bought, the Visions, or maybe whatever these are that I bought. I bought 4 of them. Or no, I bought 2 of them. And if you bought 2, they threw in 1. Well, she threw in an extra 1, and I was able to send 3 to my sister-in-law, she's got 4 kids. She runs a daycare, doesn't have a lot of money, so I try to send her some of my DIY and extra juice that I have. So that was much appreciated because now my other sister-in-law is is also vaping and not smoking anymore. So, you know, props to Glory Vapes, because that was I couldn't pass up that sale either. You know, it was a great sale, and the extra little, you know, vision for my sister-in-law, who that's all she uses, was so greatly appreciated. And I love having that kind of I guess not a relationship, because I don't, you know anybody from Glory Vapes, but just that extra little thing, you know, just it makes a difference. It can make a difference from, you know, my sister-in-law not having, you know, what if one of them breaks, you know, one of the ones that I had given her previous and she doesn't have, you know, and so be able to send her something extra was really awesome. So, you know, props to that. That's always something so awesome. I was told by somebody to talk to you about clone devices. So let's talk about clone devices. Clone devices.
You mean like knockoffs?
Yeah.
Say something like say VV Novas made by, say, Bogue instead of Vision, or
and anything that has to do with, you know, a knockoff of any of mods of tanks and things like that.
Well, I'll tell you this much: if we're using any mod, including the, you know, even the Provari, technically speaking, is a knockoff of the first e-cigarette.
Okay.
So
yeah.
anything we're using is a knockoff of the original. So if people are gonna, you know, like Sigali makes a knockoff of Smoke Tech, and Smoke Tech was making a knockoff of the Provari, I think pretty much it's you know, who does it best, and what everybody likes, you know, likes it best. I mean, I'm using a Tesla. This is a variable wattage. It's pretty much, in my opinion, the best variable wattage going right now, next to the Darwin, of course. And it costs more than the Vamo, but it's built better, so people will pay that extra amount of money. If I'm...
Uh-oh. Did I lose you? Are you there?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I gotcha. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
suddenly
great.
Had a little hiccup there. So if vapors go somewhere and they don't like what they're seeing or what they're getting, they're not going to shop there anymore.
Yeah.
They're going to go and they're going to shop, you know, where they can get the best. There are definitely knockoffs out there. There's definitely cheaper quality, say, Clearamizers, cheaper quality Vivinova tanks, cheaper quality mods, but usually, you know, these things will be fished out by the community. They'll be like, you know, these are horrible, avoid them.
Yeah. And I to be honest with you, I want to know when something is horrible. You know, I want somebody to tell me, don't. I would rather pay $1 more on something or whatever it may be to pay to buy a better quality product. You know, if I can swing the money, you know.
Right, a Vambo is $30, but it's not. It's not a Provari. It can do things that Provari can't do. But if I drop this, there's a good chance it may break.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I drop the Provari, even if it does break, I got a warranty on it.
Yeah.
You know.
I hear you, and I'm pretty good with my mods. You know, I do try to take care of them, but I have dropped my Provari. I dropped it down half a flight of stairs the other day and picked it up, and I can vape it, and it's awesome. But yeah, I've already had to send my lava tube back once, and I didn't even drop it. But it still works now, so so yeah. Hey Stacy, how you doing? Hey Knights. But okay, so I'm told to ask you about Lone Tree Holy Smokes White e-liquid. And what do you think?
Well,
and would you recommend that e-liquid?
Do you know what it is?
No.
Have you ever seen it?
Oh my gosh, yes I have. You showed that to me in a hangout, in a Google Hangout, and personally I would not recommend that e-liquid.
Holy smokes, I don't know how they did it, but they got my address and they sent me a bunch of T3s and like a whole bunch of their liquid. And their liquid is expensive. It's I think it's like $20 for 10 mils or something. It's really expensive. and it's massage oil slash vaping liquid. It says it right on the bottle. For massaging or vaporizing only, do not swallow. And so when I first got it, it really looks like semen.
No, it does.
It's
does.
disgusting looking. It's white, milky. Oh,
I remember you showing it in the Google Hangout, and yeah, that was that was horrible.
It is the most rank stuff I've ever seen in my life. Or I smell. It smells disgusting too.
I was just gonna ask.
So what I did is I sent it over to Turbo, who does Man vs. Juice, and he was absolutely afraid to vape it, but he finally did, and he said he threw up. And then I sent it over to a guy named Troop, and he's calling it I forget what he's calling it. It's really funny, but I think he's afraid to vape it too. It's really spooky stuff.
Yeah, I don't think I would ever vape anything that looked like that. Honestly, everybody who didn't see it, it honestly looks like semen in a bottle. It's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. And somebody actually vaped it. That's the thing.
Yeah, I don't know why anybody would make juice that look like that. But okay, to each his own.
Sorry, I just had to get a good vape in there. I'm too much of a chatterbox. Yeah, Jergens e-juice. So, tomorrow night's show, is that going to be your first hosting, or have you been hosting before?
I've never hosted before. I've been like on shows the entire time, but I didn't actually, wasn't a host per se. Now I'm kind of a host.
Gotcha.
And it's going to be a fun show. It's not going to be like just vaping. It's going to be vaping, boobs, fun.
Sure.
Just like just a Saturday night at 10 o'clock.
Oh, you had to sneak the boobs in there?
Well, it is on Stickcam, so we can't show any. But just fun conversation. Everybody's laughing.
Yeah.
Mandy Cat's got her margaritas going.
Oh, of course. And no, Mandy, just in regards to your message, I don't think that Joe or anybody is gonna recommend that e-liquid. So yeah, no. But all right, let's give some Project Vapor Soldier juice away. 10 mil. Ecto Cooler. So let's go to the giveaway screen. I
just talked to him yesterday.
Did you? Yeah, Ken.
He's a really cool guy.
Yeah, I had him on a few weeks ago, and he is a great guy. Wait for the start, guys. So we'll go 1 to 50. Get your numbers in.
What I did was, when I was pimping the Constant Vapor $2.40 10 ml bottle deal, I said, even if you don't need it, buy it and send it to Project Vapor Soldier, because it's cheap and they need liquid. They need liquid bad.
Yeah. Anybody that's interested in donating, you go to Project Vapor Soldier, and I'll put the link in after the giveaway. $4 can help mail out. I know that when I had Ken on, we did like 35 kits were able to be sent out to a soldier, and that's very close to my heart. My husband, on the 1st of January, have been retired 24 years in the Army. I've been an Army wife our whole marriage, so it's a very close to my heart thing, and really enjoyed having Ken on. He's a really great guy, and what he's doing for the military community to get them off of cigarettes, because everybody freaking smokes in the military, is a really badass thing to do. So yeah, I'm pretty excited, and it was really great to have him on.
Yeah, he was saying it needs postage really bad. It's trying to, it's expensive to ship.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. So about 10 more seconds. Get your numbers in for a 10 mil Project Vapor Soldier Ecto Cooler. All right, let's generate. Number 28. Let's see. Cisco with a 28 right there on top.
Boom, nailed it.
Nailed it right there. All right, Cisco. Congrats, babe. Email me all of your information, RaiderChick@questvaping.com, and I will mail that out to you tomorrow. I am going to put the link in BC John. Go to www.projectvapasoldier and follow the links. It shows you how to donate, what you can donate. It's a really great cause, and like I said, something really dear to my heart. So you can also email Ken at Project Vapor Soldier too. So thank you, Gunnar, for that as well. So yeah, definitely near and dear to my heart. Getting ready for a huge move, our very last military move. By the end of the month, I will be in Alabama. So looking forward to that. So what else is going on?
I'm sorry, I missed what you just said. Kind of cut out on me.
What else is going on?
In the vaping community or in the world?
In the world, in the vaping community, whatever you want to talk about. I'm done pretty much grilling you on the how-tos and what's and how long you've been vaping and what's your vaporversary and all that other kind of stuff. Now we just get to shoot the shit for the last half hour.
Well, in terms of vaping, there's a real big phenomenon happening, and it's the new vendors are starting to kind of bridge the gap between the co-op and the actual retail price of items. The pre-order now is starting to get real big. I've noticed that a lot of the newer vendors are starting to not shell out all the money before they don't buy 100 mods and then bring it in and then charge retail for it.
Yeah.
They will basically do their own co-op but offer a warranty and be able to give the mod or whatever they're pre-ordering at a cheaper price. So it's kind of like a co-op with benefits.
Yeah,
and I
because it
see a lot
includes
of
the warranty.
Right, and you have customer service. You're not worried. You're not talking to some dude in China.
Yeah.
And that's becoming kind of big. That's becoming real big now. I see a lot of vendors doing it. A lot of the newer vendors. The older generation vendors, they're pretty much sticking to the way they're used to doing things.
Okay.
But the newer generation's coming up in force.
What are some of the vendors that you know of that are kind of doing that? And basically, it's instead of charging retail, are they kind of between the retail and what you would get in a co-op without a warranty?
Right. What they're doing is they'll come in and just say a mod costs the vendor $50, and then a vendor has to price in returns because there may be 1 in 5 are bad, so they got to charge like $70 or $80 for the mod.
Yeah.
But with a pre-order, they're not spending their own money right now. They're going to wait until all that money is given to them. Then they'll order it. Then the people get their mods, and it's a little bit safer for the merchant. They don't have to put out their own money up front, and they can still offer the same warranty they would if they had bought it the old way.
Wow.
I think it's a great idea.
No,
it's a way for small merchants to. It's a great way for startup merchants that don't have a lot of capital to compete with the big boys, and
Absolutely.
I really like that.
That's awesome. For everybody. That's a fabulous idea. And Levesque, I want to commend you. 25 $10 phone cards. That's just awesome. Thank you so much. I don't think you're ever X anything. You're just retired or off duty right now. And you definitely do rock, so thank you so much. And it's going to be well appreciated. If anybody else, wants to donate, like Joe said, that he's needing, postage. So, all right, thanks, Cindy. Thanks for coming in, hun. Appreciate it. Have a good night. But, yeah, I've never done a co-op. I've always been afraid just because of the warning. I do belong to a couple of the co-op sites on Facebook, and I've always been afraid to put that money through and have all my shit stopped at customs and I'm out $80 or $100. So I've always got my stuff from vendors.
Right, you gotta be, Cigar Babe actually said it best. She says, basically it's a gamble. If you're willing to say, okay, I can get an EVIC for $50, or I'll spend full retail and pay $80, if I want to take the gamble, there is a chance, a small chance, but there's a chance my mod won't make it to me, or it could break within, a day or two. So if you're not willing to lose that $50, don't do it. If you're not willing to take that chance, don't do it.
Yeah, and I not only that, but like you said, I like the pre-order idea of something that I can get for less money, but I still get the warranty, because I'm all about a warranty.
Right,
I want the coupon. I want the warranty.
And the vendor assumes to make sure it gets to the person who's buying it too, because they'll have to assume the responsibility if the orders get stopped at customs or something weird happens. It gets lost, the merchant is still responsible, so it gives that layer of protection to the buyer.
Yeah, absolutely. I think...
I don't know what's up with my internet connection today.
Well, I still say we've only had one blip, except for... I don't know if you knew or were ghosting earlier, but I had a complete fail. I had a power surge. The house totally just went boop and lost the whole entire show. It was great.
Yeah, I logged in and it broke. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, also, it was you. You're the one who broke it. Wow, okay, great.
As
now
soon as I hit that enter button.
Now I know. You are the one who broke it. Joe comes in the room and it's broken. So what do you think about all this FDA stuff?
Yeah, there's the what?
The FDA crap that's going on.
Well, I've been thinking long and hard about this, and I don't think we have a whole lot to worry about, and I'll explain why. Can't ban wick and wire. You can't ban batteries. You can't ban metal tubes. You can't ban, the PG. You can't ban VG. The only thing they can do is do something with the nicotine.
Yeah.
And nicotine could be extracted from tomatoes, eggplants, not just tobacco.
Yeah.
And they can't. I don't know what anybody's talking about where they can stop sales on the internet. The FDA can't do that. The FDA can stop sales through the post office, but that just means vendors will use UPS and FedEx to ship their stuff. So it'll be a little bit more expensive. But as far as the NIC is concerned, they could do something there, something like, there can only be 4 milligram nicotine in whatever, and we'll have to deal with 4 milligram nic juice. But there's no easy way to test nic. It's not like there's a test strip you can put into the bottle to tell me how many milligrams there is. It's a long process. You need beakers and acid, and you got to look at the meniscus. So nobody's going to be doing this at the border. So if they do something like this, I'm sure we'll still be able to get our nic.
It'll just, I just...
At least I'll be posting where we can get our nic.
I was going to say, I hope to God you're going to post where we can get nic, because I'll be looking at your site.
I'll be Vapor Joe's underground.
Yes, exactly, and that was my next comment. It's going to go underground. It's going to be reminiscent of the 30s and underground alcohol.
Right, and Canada, they have the same problem. They're not allowed to have nic. Australia's not allowed to buy nic either, like that. And they all get their nic. I'm not worried about it. I don't think anybody here should. I mean, it would be annoying. It would be a distraction. It would be. It would bother me simply because they're penalizing us for something that works. But the government does not make in their money. They're not.
Yeah, that's because of big tobacco. They're not making their money.
And the government.
Go ahead.
Yeah, they're not making their tax dollars on cigarettes.
Exactly.
So if they could tax it and let us do what we want, I'd probably be okay with that. But I don't think they'll do that. They're probably just going to limit the amount of nicotine. I don't think the hammer's going to fall and we're going to have nothing. I'm not that worried about it. If I had to smoke vape zero nic, I probably would.
That would suck.
If I had to, it would suck. But if I had to, I'd rather vape zero nic than smoke.
Oh no, absolutely. And I can honestly say, for myself, I'll never pick up a cigarette again. I'll vape water at this point,
A whole lot of new people getting DIY.
Yeah. And I guess that's the thing is how long do you think this whole FDA is going to swoop in, and how long do you think it's going to take? And do you honestly think that they're going to limit the amount of nic that is going to be able to be sold?
Well, the FDA's, I heard April was the day they were going to drop the hammer and tell us what's going on, but I think they have a lot more things to worry about than nicotine. I just think it's more of them flexing their muscles, letting us know they're relevant, and kind of, letting us know we're not going to go unchecked.
Yeah.
And I think the only thing they can do is limit the levels of nicotine or ban nicotine altogether. That's the only thing they can really do. Because, like I said, I can go to the grocery store and buy VG. I can go and buy batteries. I can buy something to make a coil. They can't stop that. RBAs are out. We have our rebuildables. There's nothing they can do to stop that.
Yeah. And I honestly, I don't see how they can stop it. I don't. I mean, it's all a lot of big talk. It's, I just don't think that they can stop it. I don't think that they're going to place limitations, I mean, exactly. They sell cigarettes, and the FDA's been fine with cigarettes, and it kills people all the time. So, my e-liquid doesn't have anything but flavor, PG, VG, and nic. I don't even put food color. I don't even buy stuff with food color. So, I'm not personally worried about it. I just don't think that they can swoop in. They're going to try to control it a little bit because they're the FDA and they got to control everything. But I'm
right, and there'll be plenty of vendors who get scared.
Yeah, and I think those are the people that I get really, really afraid for. Especially some of my favorite vendors that, I like to frequent a lot. I don't want, that freak out day in April to happen or whatever, and all of a sudden a lot of things to change. I do feel that the cost it will increase. That is the one thing that I do think will happen, if there are limitations.
Yeah, any excuse to raise prices, people are going to do it.
Sure,
but
absolutely.
we can, China's not going to have a problem putting, VG nic in a just plain VG bottle and calling it plain VG. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I'm not really too worried about it. It's just maybe you'll have to find a source, or vendors will be like, oh, they'll have a front page that says we just sell juice and has no nic in it, and then in the comments you're like, okay, I want 18 milligrams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly. It's like that's how it's going to have to happen.
Yeah, but I don't think any of us are really going to have a huge problem. Like I said, they may scare some vendors out of business, but the big boys out there, they ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so too. Let's give away some more money. I love giving away money.
I love giving away money.
So let's give away a $10 coupon code from Smoke Tech. We got 42 people here, 7 ghosts, but we're going to go 1 to 50. If I could type, it'd be great. All right, get your numbers in. $10 coupon code to Smoke Tech. Spend it how you like. Get your numbers in for $10. Hello, Justin. Get a number in for $10 coupon code to Smoke Tech. If you don't mind me asking, what state do you live in?
Jersey.
Okay.
New Jersey. And it's probably the worst state to be in because we can't vape anywhere in Jersey.
Oh, you can't? They have major...
Same thing.
Major indoor laws.
Yeah, anything where tobacco is outlawed, vaping is outlawed.
Gotcha.
Oh, speaking of Jersey, I have a big meet coming up on the 26th, I believe. If anybody wants to come from around the area, I have it up on my Vapor Joe's website, all the details. But the vape meet itself is kind of built into a hotel, so if anybody wants to come down and stay the night, they have rooms. It's going to be pretty good.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I know that I'm in the Indy area, and in Kokomo tomorrow there's a vape meet. Jay, you can put the information to the vape meet in. Is it tomorrow? Yeah, you're going to the vape meet tomorrow. I know there's one in Connecticut. Yeah, tomorrow in Connecticut. I don't know what city, but I know that. Also, you can go to vapemeetup.com. Let me put a stop in. Looks like the numbers are done. Let's get this generated. Number 1. Boy, we got low numbers right now. A couple low numbers. Number 1.
Wow, 50 and then 1. Jesus.
Yeah, I know. Low number. Let's see. What's the lowest number we got? I see 16. Anybody see anything lower than 16? Well, number 16, Kat, you have won $10 from Smoke Tech. Because you, that's the lowest number we got. So congrats. Let me get you here. I'll get you your coupon code to Smoke Tech. There you go, Kat. Congrats. $10 to Smoke Tech. If for some reason you lose it, you can email me at RaiderChick@questvaping.com and I'll get that back to you. You're welcome, hon. Enjoy. Go spend some money. So we got about 13 minutes left till midnight. What do you think about additives in juices like caffeine, vitamins, food coloring, those kinds of things?
You know, I don't think they're necessary. Caffeine, I don't even know if it when it vaporizes, it even gets into your system. Food coloring is not necessary. I mean, I like Fluid because it's green. I know they put food coloring in it, but if I saw Fluid white, it wouldn't be the same. The ambiance of it wouldn't be the same. But normally, I'm not a big fan of food coloring and like vitamins. Really, like I'm not here for a vitamin vape. I don't want my energy vape. I don't need a healthy, a Kashi Goleen vape. I don't need any of that stuff.
Kashi
I don't need any of that. I just want I want my Nick and my VG and my flavoring. Call it a day.
Yeah. So you do 100% VG?
No, 50-50 normally. I could vape between 24 and 16 usually. I stick around 18 though.
I just dropped.
I'm still up there in milligrams.
Yeah, I just dropped from 18 to 12 about a month and a half ago. I'm still kind of in between. I do have some 15s and some 18s I still vape, but from here on out, the stuff that I purchase is all 12s and the stuff I DIY. Have you gotten into DIYing?
Yeah, and I'm pretty horrible at it. I have probably a gallon of Nick base, and I do basic flavors, like M-type tobacco and like blueberry menthol, and,
okay.
Basic stuff. But I'm impatient, and I don't like steeping. You know, I make it and it's like, okay, put it in your drawer for 2 weeks. And I don't want to do that. You know, I'm just really impatient, so I just buy my juice.
See, and I'm a steeper. I'm a big steeper.
Yeah, everybody's like, oh, get this juice. It's great after 2 weeks. I'm like, I don't want to buy wine and they hand me grapes. You know, I want to vape my stuff now. You know, but I'm just impatient. I'll just vape it even though it needs to be steeped. I don't care.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I do vape a juice. We were talking about this earlier, Jay and I. You know, I do vape a juice when it first comes in. I always got to try it. You know, especially if it's something I've never tried. But I don't know. There's just something about a juice after, you know how incredible it's going to be after all of the flavors and the nicotine have all meshed. Because, you know, there are some juices, yes, that are good right out of the get-go. But yeah, I'm a steeper. I'm a big time steeper.
I'm kind of being forced into steeping because lately I've been getting just a ton of juice, because I always tell people I am the best beneficiary of my website. I buy almost all the deals I put up.
Yeah.
And I have so much juice that I literally give bagfuls away to people. And it's forcing me to steep the juice anyway because I can't get to it all. So it winds up steeping anyway, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I've always been a big steeper. Except for my Tribeca. That comes out of the bottle and goes directly into a tank.
You know, you're the second person who asked me about Tribeca today. I think
that's my all-day vape.
Andrea from the Plume Room likes Tribeca from Halo.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, if you find any deals, hook me up. I was like, I think Halo is going to sponsor some of our meat, so I may have some extras.
Ooh.
So
you could
maybe I'll throw you some.
I'm gonna say the Tribeca, throw it my way. The one Halo juice that I have yet to try is their Malibu.
I've never had that either. And
it is a slight kind of, I guess, background menthol. It's not really strong, but it's kind of a tropical, which I love, like banana, coconut, you know I like the Chic stuff. So, but yeah, that's the only one. Halo sent me a whole crap load of juice to review, and that was one of the ones they didn't send me, and I was like, oh. But yeah, I'm definitely behind in my reviews. Do you do reviews? Do you have a YouTube channel?
No, I don't do reviews on YouTube. I'll do it on my site if I really like something.
Okay.
Like Mandy Cat makes something called Alien DNA. It's really, really good. And when she had a sale going, and I'm like, hey, you might want to try the Alien DNA. And then boom, she ran out.
Oh, great.
You know, and it's really good if you like margarita sour stuff. It's really
okay.
Good.
Okay.
But I tend not to want to do reviews only because I want to kind of remain impartial. So being unbiased is a bitch. You know,
I was gonna say exactly. Do you get people who, I know you said that you got somebody that said, hey, you never shipped my stuff, but do you get a lot of complaints on your site?
I get complaints from people who can't get what I put up. I mean, sometimes I've gotten stuff that have gone out of stock in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I'll get complaints from people about vendors, like about their shipping, or I'll get complaints about they didn't get their stuff from their vendor. And I'm like, listen, I'm not your mediator. I'm just showing you where to go. Most of the people I tend to be very trustworthy people. You know, they're not fly-by-night websites. I'll get complaints about I've had people accuse me of being biased when I'm trying to be unbiased, accuse me of charging people and stuff like that. But you gotta expect these things when you make waves. People complain.
Sure, and yeah, that's. I was just gonna say, what are the ask what are the negatives, and I can imagine, that.
I have vendors that absolutely loathe me. They hate me because I'm taking business away from them. And to be honest with you, if you're selling an ego kit for $90 or $100,
yeah,
I'm glad to take the business from you because you're really overcharging, and some vapors can't afford it, and then they look at the price of an ego kit and say, oh, it's $100. Well, I'm not even going to get into vape.
Yeah, and that's, even though there is negative, I think probably it would be more positive than anything, but. Yeah, right. And those people, I ordered, you had the Vamo thing on the 15th, which was Tuesday, right?
Yeah, that crazy $33 deal.
Yeah, I got it today. I mean, even if, I expected tomorrow or sometime next week. So I think the expectations that we have sometimes on when, especially if there's like a really cool deal going out there. I mean, you got to give the vendor time to get the product out, especially if 90,000 people are off ordering that special deal. You got to give them time to get out. But I mean, 3 days. Tuesday is Friday, and I got the Vamo. That's incredible.
That's what I tell vendors. If I like the other day, I just sometimes I'll put things up I like. Like this guy, he sells Arsenal. It's called Arsenal mod racks. It's just a really cool mod rack. It's not a deal. It's just neat, and I enjoyed looking at it. And
yeah.
I told him, I sent him an email, and I said to him, expect power outages and earthquakes because I'm going to pimp this. And you know, I always tell vendors that if I'm going to pimp your deal, you're going to get a lot of business.
Yeah.
And you got to be ready for it because sometimes the public goes, I mean, ballistically crazy over. It's like if there's like Eagle batteries for $7 or whatever,
yeah.
you know, that guy's gonna get just a shit ton of business.
Yeah.
You know, but you know there are, you know, you do have the negative side of everything. It's part of it. People will bitch no matter what you do for them. You can give them everything for free, and they'll bitch that they have to pay a penny shipping. You know.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
And vapors, and I'm one of them. We're all impatient people. Vapors are impatient, and I'm one of them. I want my mod tomorrow. If I order it today, I want it tomorrow. It's just how it is.
On yesterday when I walked in, I was like, did I get a package? Did I get a package? It had only been 2 days, but you have this thing. Well, maybe if they got it out as soon as I hit the button and they said, oh, well, hey, we're ready to just ship this out. And yeah, I'm as impatient as anybody, but it's kind of annoying those people that just expect things, you know, to happen overnight. I mean, yeah, just doesn't happen that way.
Yes, priority shipping means when it leaves the factory. It doesn't mean when, you know, it doesn't mean it's going to be handled any quicker. People need to remember that.
Exactly, and don't ever look at your tracking because it always lies. I'm just saying. No tracking I've ever looked at actually is where it's supposed to be. Because this was in Texas on Wednesday. So I was like, yeah, okay, well then Saturday possibly. And I get it today, so it's incredible. But yeah, we vapors are definitely impatient.
Yeah, you know, I don't know what does it, but for some reason we are, and I'm fully guilty of it. You know, when I pre-ordered Tesla and I had to wait 3 weeks for it, I was like just dying. I'm like, when is this? You know what I mean? But, you know, you agree to it, so you got to wait.
Well, it is almost midnight. It is.
We have another giveaway, you know.
Oh, we have another giveaway. That's right. That is right. What are we giving away?
This is from Smart Vapes.
Awesome.
Alan over at Smart Vapes is giving away 30 mils of his SV101 liquid, which is kind of like a chocolatey, caramelly tobacco. It's really good.
Oh, wow.
And a Phoenix RBA version 3.
Ooh, I want to play for this.
All in one little neat package.
Awesome. All right, well, let's go to the giveaway screen. So you heard him. We're giving away some Smart Vapes and a Phoenix and some juice. We're gonna keep it 1 to 50. So night, Maliko. Thanks, guys. Okay, get your numbers in. Last giveaway of the evening. A rebuildable and a 30 ml of juice. Good luck to everybody. Did that really quick. I had it ready. Well, thank you, good looking dude. I try to have good people on. And Joe's good people.
Thank
and I really appreciate everybody coming out and and hanging out with me, and even through all the little hiccups we've had. And I definitely appreciate you coming on at such short notice, Joe. I really do. All right, let's see. I think that's all of the numbers so far. Get your number in. Gonna put the stop in. Let's go ahead and generate this. And the number is 5. Let's see. Another low number. Let's see. We got an 8 from Lizard. Oh, Gothic Bash with a 4. Looks like, oh, wait a minute, we got a 6. Piff to Nikki. Do you do over and under, or just under, without going over? For the prize, Joe.
I do whatever your standard rules apply. Whatever you do.
This is
Whatever the channel rules are.
This is a prize off between Rich and Bash. So let's go 1 to 10, Rich and Bash. It's between you two. 1 to 10. Get your numbers in, boys, as soon as you see the start. Good night, Jay. Thanks for coming on with me earlier, hun. Appreciate you hanging out with me. Okay, Vash, you're playing for Nikki. So let's just generate this. I do believe that Nikki is the winner. Congrats, Nikki.
Okay, Nick, just PM me your address, and I will send it over to Smart Vapes.
Yes, congrats, Nikki. Win as many times on the show as you pick the number, so, or if somebody pips to you, totally fine. And she says you have her address, Joe. So everybody, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me, and Joe, I really appreciate you coming on and just, you know, letting some of the Quest viewers who seen you around the internet get to know you. I'm glad to have met you. I know we've hung out in a couple of hangouts, but it's good to kind of get to know you and, you know, like where you come from and shit. So I really appreciate it. I really do. So thanks for coming on with me.
Thank you much.
So thanks to Smart Vapes, Glory Vapes, I appreciate it. Thanks to Smoke Tech, my sponsor, and thanks to everybody who donated to Project Vapor Soldier, and anybody else I'm leaving out. You know, thank you. This is the most awesome community, most best people I've met. So, but keep vaping, and as always, go Raiders.